Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I'm your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, and we are taking a look at Hurricane Florence, the tropics, and even Tropical Storm Olivia by Hawaii. I'm so glad you could join me for this information, and I would like to thank everyone in South Carolina, Virginia, and North Carolina who's been taking this very seriously. Hurricane Florence is a monster. She is giant. And as I always like to bring you information that is super up to date, it looks like the GFS is telling us we need to keep watching out. Well, it's the potential. Uh, they have not reported 100-foot waves yet, but they are saying that there is the potential for sure if this thing strengthens. And I did want to point out that we also have to watch potential Hurricane Isaac, where the GFS has it coming north into Florida. How are you doing today, Milky Way Weekly? So, looks like we're going to have a very busy and exciting September ahead. Now, to back up my information, we start with BAM weather. Significant wave heights of up to 50 feet are possible, and they've already confirmed an 83-foot wave. If not likely, with major Hurricane Florence, with isolated spots of 75 to 100 foot possible as well. And like I said, we've already confirmed an 83-foot wave by the hurricane hunters that flew over Hurricane Florence. Hello, Ronnie. Hello, Gordon. Yeah, this situation is just extremely wild. Hello, Denise. And thank you for the heart. Well, I'm super excited to have you here, Dominique. I will not hold you accountable for the character Dominique in the book The Fountainhead. That is a great book, though. I highly recommend it to anyone who likes to read. And as we base all of our things off the sun, we now have a giant T coronal hole, which I guess is sort of cool. And then the cameras are acting wild and wacky. This is one of the, I like this angle. Hey, Buzzacino. This is a cool one. And look how monstrous this thing looks. I believe someone said it's as big as 2 Ohios. Whoa. Thank you. That is lucky. I'm going to make a wish. Yes, it had to do with kissing a female. Thank you very much, Gordon. I appreciate all your support and help. You've been with me for a while. Man, haven't these been some crazy days. And thank you for being part of Asteroid Fight Club and staying aware. I know that a lot of people don't like to concentrate on hurricanes. I know that I've lost a lot of friends and who are like, yeah, I don't want to hear about hurricanes. And I'm like, I don't really want to be talking about hurricanes, but it seems very important. Thank you again, Gordon. I wanted to go over this information again so people don't accuse me of fear-mongering. And technically, if you guys know me, this isn't my first rodeo. It's like my 4th hurricane season. And so on this day, I do step up the quote-unquote fear a little more, only because if I believe people are in danger and they still have a choice to get out, then I would much rather have them say, okay, this last second, and I will leave. Because as far as I know, I haven't checked the cameras, but it doesn't look like they have a ton of traffic going out. So if you are in the projected danger zones, like I said before, in the video I made before, we do have an 83-foot wave confirmed. And BAM Weather is telling us 100-foot waves are possible. And so if you're getting waves that high, and if we get winds, hey, tripping, tie your shoelaces. That joke was dumb. Hey, thank you, Christine, for being informed and paying attention. But look at this thing. I mean, we've still got 24 more hours of development. And you guys are great. No, I mean that's at some point the old way was fight or flight. And I said, you know what it is now? It's fight, flight, or surf. And so we're having some amazing cosmic energy coming through, and the earth is changing, the sun is changing, and we are changing. So we got to learn to surf with it. So I've seen that the chance for development in the Gulf has decreased. Well, the chance for development has decreased, but what doesn't change with it is it's still going to bring a lot of rain. And it was just like with Tropical Storm Gordon. Hey, what up, B Rich? We need to do another gas station crawl along the coast with you and your wife. That was a lot of fun. Your wife is a cool lady. Um, and those daiquiris were awesome. What was it? Oh yeah, the Gulf. So let's go over the Gulf thingy. The track on the Gulf, it's taking it into. Wait, there's so many things going on. So if you see here, it doesn't look that healthy now. It has been torn apart, but it has. Well, the tracks are taking it souther, but it doesn't look like at now it's going to develop into something super major. But I still think it's going to bring a lot of rain to South Texas, and even Galveston has been flooding lately. But as you can see, but one thing that I found super interesting. Let me go to the other one. Dun dun dun. Wait, look how they almost line up. See how 1, 2, and then there's a spot behind Hurricane Florence. Can you believe that? So not only do you have Florence, you technically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things in the Atlantic. That is wild. And so, it is definitely something to watch. And Isaac, as I was saying, if you were late coming in, the GFS is showing Isaac. What up, Sean? And thank you for paying attention. What up, Robert? Yep, we're doing okay in Houston for now. Thank God. I love the city. I highly recommend anybody go to the House of Pies on Kirby. That place is amazing. And so, yeah, you have Isaac showing up as a potential threat, and all the models have been showing potential threats somewhere around the 19th to the 21st. Just to go back to the information so people don't think I'm just trying to fearmonger, we had an 83-foot report, and 100-foot waves are possible. And, I mean, if you just look at every single instance of this, I'm still praying for some type of mad miracle to happen, but it doesn't look like it is. What up, 63R Philos? And one thing I want to point out was, so I was looking at the models on Winty, and so this is Hawaii, and this is the NAM, and the NAM says it's a giant rain band with Tropical Storm Olivia. And the GFS is like, wait, where'd you go? Make me look dumb. The GFS is like, I guess nothing. Way to go, internet connection. You're making me look like a crappy presentator. Boom, there we go. So that says 0.72 inches. So the GF is like, there's no real storm over there by Hawaii. And the NAM is like, oh my God, there's a horrible storm over there by Hawaii. I'm just wondering how two models can be so far off with something that is happening right now. Thor, Earth has always been stationary and flat. Well, you know what, dude? You're why I'm trying not to be a jerk, but people who are like flat Earth or chemtrails 48 hours before a landfalling hurricane get on my nerves, because this is about saving people's lives. It's not about pushing what you do or don't believe. I can't confirm either way. I just know that a 150 mile per hour hurricane the size of South Carolina and North Carolina is bearing down on a lot of people with 80 or 100-foot waves, and possibly going to cause anywhere from 40 inches to rain to 15 to 20 feet of storm surge. So the idea of debating whether or not this is geoengineered or whether or not the earth is flat, to me, is self-centered and arrogant and has no empathy or compassion for the people who are in the way of danger and trying to decide whether or not they want to evacuate. So I'd like to be clear that I try to be a super cool guy the whole time, But up to 48 hours of a landfall, I don't really want to stay off message because I know back in the day when I was in Houston for Rita, I sat in front of the TV for like 2.5 days, frozen, trying to decide if I wanted to evacuate or not. So the main reason I'm covering it now is so to help people make a proper choice of what they want to do. And so if you are anywhere near the coast in South Carolina or North Carolina, I would highly recommend, um, you know, evacuating because, like, even look at the latest GFS. And that's like with me and Thor News, man. I'm here to unite people and prepare them for what we're going to go through. I'm not here to sell people stuff. I'm not here to sell you who the bad guys are or sell you what is causing everything. Although I think it's the sun. And so, that's why I don't. Sometimes it's just like, I'd like to stay on message for the next 36 hours. And then after that, when it slows down, we can go back to all the debating and talking about all that stuff. I think I'm a little. Well, all right, dude, I'm going to. Sorry, dude, but you are. I just. This is not about NASA being fear porn, like I said. This is about trying to save lives, man. And if you're that angry at NASA that you have to talk about NASA during a potentially catastrophic worst disaster in American history, then Thor News is not the place for you. I've realized now through live chat that not everybody's an Asteroid Fight Club, Not everybody's Asteroid Fight Club material, and that's fine. Though, as your planetary defense commander, I would love to have every American who's able-bodied be a first responder. But man, like, a lot of people, I guess, just want to be non-responders. And so, I'm sorry, Daniel, I had to remove you from chat, but like I'm saying, I don't really want to discuss anything other than the storm potential and give people information that might help them decide whether or not they want to stay or leave. Because I know a lot of people there are staying because they're like, we don't want to leave. We don't just leave for every hurricane. And so, this is not every hurricane. And once again, I want to show that Isaac shows up as a hurricane in the Gulf on this GFS run. So we want to continue to pay attention and that hurricane season does not end with Hurricane Florence. You know what I'm saying? So the latest GFS has it somewhere near Cat 4 falling into the middle of North Carolina and then swirling down. We're talking 20, 30, 40 inches of rain. Daniel, see, this is all about you, dude. I get it. You don't have. It's not like, I don't know, start your own channel, man. You know what I'm saying? It's why, like, just people are going to be people, Flat Earth militants. I wonder what a Flat Earth party is like. That has to be crazy. It has to be a lot of fun. I imagine. Just a bunch of people going, the Earth is flat. They're like, yep, the Earth is flat. You know what? I agree. The Earth is flat. And anyone who thinks it's round is an idiot. The Earth is flat. That's as far as the conversation always goes. And then I start thinking about the cute turtle that the flat Earth is on. And then I'm wondering what if it's just a giant like Triscuit, and we are the cheese. And that makes me think we might be getting farmed by aliens. That's another reason I don't like to think about flat Earth. If the Earth is flat, that means the chance of us getting farmed by aliens is alien appetizers goes up. So here's a giant lifesaver of super rain that will go on top of your storm surge. All right, now I'm going to have to shut this down because, like I said, I don't know how to block Daniel Reza, and I got to learn how to do this. But yeah, like I said, one douchebag dickhead who wants to talk about whatever the fuck his issue is, he can ruin it for everybody, Mr. Reza, because, yeah, this is all about your flat Earth flathead, man. Like, this is about trying to save lives, but you're like, oh, gatekeepers. So yeah, dude, you are like the worst part of the truth community. You don't give a shit about anyone saving lives. You just want to be like, flat earth, flat earth. I'm mad at my parents. I hated high school. Things were not fun. Like, because I don't know how to block you right now, you're just going to keep yapping your mouth, flat earth. And people like you drive everyone away. And so it's like, even if there is some validity to why the Antarctica and the South are so weird and why they won't replace the Hubble, the fact that y'all are so like antisocial and have no social skills whatsoever, it's like Asperger's times 1,000, where you just like scream flat earth in people's faces, like flat earth, earth is flat. It's like, man, you guys are like the worst salesmen of all time. And I'm not saying the earth is round or flat because I can't verify. I'm saying, shit, you guys get on my nerves. So, like I said, I'll be back. I should probably eat lunch. I got to figure out how to block Mr. Reza. You guys stay cool. Peace out.